About 2.5 years ago, a friend and I flew out to Denver with the main purpose of going thrifting at the Denver Goodwill Outlets. And we got a ton of good stuff, brought it back to Iowa, got it listed, and then about 2 years ago, one of my sisters and I, we drove out to Denver again to go thrifting. Also vacation, like I work a full-time job, so I take vacation time for these trips because I have so much fun on them. And then my mom and I booked a trip for May of 2020, but obviously COVID happened and we had to postpone our trip. So we postponed it to November. COVID was still not really resolved. And then we postponed it again to May of 2021. And we went on that trip this past weekend. So we left Thursday night. We were there all day Friday, all day Saturday, and we came back Sunday night. And it's now Tuesday. This is my last day off of work. And I'm going to show you guys everything that we got and tell you how much I think I can sell it for. So this video will have 3 parts. The first is going to be me asking my mom some of the questions that you guys had for her about reselling, about the trip. Then I'm gonna go through the haul. I'm gonna show you every item and tell you what I think it will sell for. And then finally, I'm going to answer the question, is it worth it? Because whenever I talk about going to Denver to thrift, the first thing people ask me is it worth it? Is it actually worth the time? How much money do you make? So I'm gonna talk about my answer to that question. And I have some scenarios laid out that help you get an idea of, in numbers, the answer to the question, is it worth it? As one more piece of background, here's a video I took at the Goodwill Outlet so that you guys can see what it looks like if you've never been to a Goodwill Outlet. Goodwill Outlets are pay by the pound. So you pay a set price per pound of items that you buy. So at the Denver Goodwill Outlet, it costs $1.39 per pound of clothing. So the lighter the item, the less it costs. The heavier the item, the more it costs. The brand doesn't matter. The type of item doesn't matter. It's just a flat $1.39 per pound of clothing. All right, next let's go to the questions that I asked my mom so you guys can get a little bit of more background on the trip and our experiences with reselling. Okay, here's one to start. Did mom teach daughter reselling, or did she develop the hobby on her own?
Well, I always loved garage selling and stuff when the kids were little because it was just so cheap to get kids
I feel
clothes
like
and stuff.
Everything we got was from garage sales or thrift stores.
Well, and secondhand, and you can get brand new items for almost nothing. I mean, I always did that. I always looked for the sale items and stuff.
And you had a consignment store.
For a little while, yeah. For about a year, I had a consignment store.
Yeah, but that's super similar to reselling.
Yeah, so
yeah,
I was always looking for a bargain.
Exactly, Mom.
So
I mean, technically, you weren't a reseller because you were other people bringing your clothes, but same kind of category of hobby. But
and my first thing I sold online was a fishing reel that somebody had brought into the store.
To the consignment store.
A friend of mine was selling things on eBay, and she put it on there and got like $95 on an old fishing reel on eBay. So that was kind of my first big sell.
So you're already familiar with the idea. Anyways. Yeah. I just brought it closer because my mom's a little quiet. Which bins did you like the best in Denver? We went to 2. We went to Platt and Kearney. And the second one. The one we went to twice? Or the bigger one?
The bigger one.
Okay, so Mom liked the Platt one better. And I've gone to Denver now 3 times, and I've gone to both every time, and I found good stuff at both every time. So I think this time I liked Platt better only because I like shoes. I like getting shoes, and the first time we went to Kearney, there were so many people going after the shoes. It was really hard to get any. Yeah. And then the second time we went, they weren't putting out any shoes that were new. Yeah. So this time around, I liked Platt better because they were putting out shoes. But it varies from trip to trip, which I've liked better. Yeah. What was your favorite find this weekend that you wish you could keep secret and not tell Amber?
I was excited to show you stuff.
Yeah, you were excited to show.
Because I don't resell myself. I suppose if I sold things myself, I want this one to sell for me.
I think people are assuming you also sell. Because someone says, what platforms do you sell on?
And I don't.
Yeah, Mom just likes thrifting just like me, and which makes it even better because anything you find, I get.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So I did pay for a little more than half the trip because I'm like, you're doing work basically to help me, and I'm making money off of it. So.
And I'm learning too, which brands do well and which don't. So
yeah,
it's kind of learning for me and training.
I'm glad you like it though. Like,
yeah,
you have fun.
It's fun.
Did I ask this? I don't think I saw this or asked this. What's the weirdest thing you saw?
Besides the people? Probably that pants with the curved
legs. The ones we show,
Yeah, that was the most unusual thing.
Those style are like called like drop crotch pants, I think, is what I was reading.
Yeah, I haven't seen those before, but we really met some nice people though in the bins and stuff. Some of them were real helpful and generous, and everybody seemed really polite too. So.
Yeah, and that's what one thing I was gonna ask my mom is like, a lot of people are afraid of going to the outlets because they think it's so crazy.
I didn't feel that at all.
Even when those two people were going after everything.
Once in a while.
Were in the midst
they get a little crazy once in a while, but that's just the initial when they first come out. Yeah. And then after that, they kind of go through and pick what they want and they're gone. So you get time to go back and look a little bit more, but yeah, if you want some of the better stuff, you got to be in there willing to grab right away too.
Yeah, but as long as you can get up there and get a spot. I don't know, once you're digging, people don't really push you if you have your spot.
Right.
So.
Yeah. And if you grab something at the same time, a lot of people are like, oh, sorry, or.
Yeah.
So everybody seemed really polite.
Yeah. And that's one thing Mom said multiple times is everybody we met at the bins or people that we went out for dinner with, so everybody was so nice. So thank you. If any of you are watching that we met, thank you guys all for being so nice. In total, my mom and I spent 13 hours at the Denver Goodwill Outlets. We did do other things as well since it was our vacation. So we went to botanical gardens, we went to movies, we went out to eat. But we did spend 13 hours of our trip at the outlets and we got 72 items. So I'm gonna go now through every single item that we bought. I'm gonna start with the item I expect to be able to sell for the lowest price and end at the highest price. And to get these prices, I did go on Poshmark and use their suggested price tool because in my experience, it is pretty accurate. So I pulled out the mid-range of their suggested price and I'm gonna tell you guys those prices so you can get an idea of what these brands sell for and what I'm hoping that I'll be able to sell them for. So first up, let's go through the 8 items that I think will sell for between $14 and $16. You'll notice with these items that most of them are very light items, and that's part of the reason I picked them up because it is pay by the pound. They were very inexpensive. The average price for these 8 items was 63 cents. Okay, so the first item are, first item are these. So these are new in package vintage underwear. They even say old on the label. So the first day we went to the outlets, Greg from Rocky Mountain Resale and Kathy from Ginger Marvin met up with us. And Greg pulled these out and asked if I wanted to sell them. So I was like, yes, I've been wanting to try vintage underwear. I've heard vintage underwear can sell really well. And this only cost me 20 cents because it's very lightweight. So the Poshmark mid-range for these was $14. And I think eBay was more like $20. So I'm probably gonna list them around 20 and see what happens. So this American Eagle pullover, I actually bought for myself. So my mom and I each probably got 10 items for ourselves. I got this orange sweater for myself. So I actually bought this for myself, but I decided that I don't really like how cropped it is. So I am going to list it. And the mid-range on Poshmark's suggested price tool was $14 for this, which doesn't surprise me. I don't know if I would have picked it up if I wasn't planning to keep it for myself. Next are these green swim trunks. So it's a pair of Hurley green swim trunks. I see this brand swim trunks fairly often in Iowa, so I figured this is a perfect time to try it out. I'm at the outlet. They only cost me 50 cents and I'm gonna see if they are a quick flip. The Poshmark expected sale price was $16. So if these are a quick flip for $16, I might pick them up at garage sales because like I said, I do see Hurley swim trunks pretty often in Iowa. That's also something I have in my mind when I'm at the outlet is if I want to try something out, picking it up at the outlet is the perfect time to do it because I'm probably not going to find it for a cheaper price. Next are a few Victoria's Secret bras. So we have this black lace bra and it is the style Body by Victoria, perfect shape, and it's a size 34 double D. Expected sale price is around $16 on this bra. Next is this purple bra with black lace. Again, expecting to be able to sell this for about $16. It is the Miraculous Plunge Bra in a size 34C. Then we have a pink sports bra in a size extra small. And then finally is this bra. This one actually had higher comps. This style specifically had better comparable sold listings, and Poshmark's suggested tool said $21 was the mid-range of what they suggested compared to $16 for the other three. And it is the style, the Lined Perfect Coverage Bra in the size 38 double D. So I did pick these up. I actually haven't ever sold bras before, but again, perfect time to try it out is when you're at the outlet. Bras are very lightweight and therefore very inexpensive, and all these bras are in very nice condition. Next are two bags. So these are both from the brand Travelon, which isn't like a super high selling brand. The mid-range of Poshmark's suggested price is $16 for these bags. The reason I picked these up is because they are both in like new condition. This one still has the like scent packet in it and like the fake driver's license. I don't know where it's at. My mom was looking at this and showing me all the stuff it had in it. And then this one also, it just looks like it was never used. Not a single sign of wear at all. And again, the expected sale price on each of these is about $16. That's not one that I would say like definitely pick it up, but I couldn't leave them behind when they're look like they have never been used before. So those were the 8 items that I'm expecting to sell for between $14 and $16. Next, I'm going to show you 2 items that the Poshmark suggested price tool couldn't come up with a price for because they didn't have enough solds in their database to come up with a price. So first is this sweater. So it's from the brand Golden Aesthetics. I've never heard of this brand, never found it before, and I think there were no solds on Poshmark for this brand, but it's such a nice sweater that, again, it's like another one where it's so nice I couldn't leave it behind, and I was thinking maybe my husband would want to wear it, and if not, hopefully I could find somebody who would want to wear it because it does feel very high quality and a very nice sweater. So there was no suggested price from Poshmark because there were no solds from this brand on the app that I could find anyways, and none that came up on the Poshmark suggested tool. The other item that came up that didn't have a suggested price were these pants. So these are the ones my mom mentioned were like the weird pants. So they are like, they have curved legs, they're a drop crotch, and they're from the brand Humor, which when I looked it up, it looks like it's a popular brand in Eastern Europe. The last solds on eBay were from Lithuania and Ukraine, but Poshmark only had 2 solds from this brand that came up with the suggested price tool. One pair sold for $15 and one sold for $45. So I'm not exactly sure how much these will sell for, but I'm going to find out. And there is a button missing. I didn't notice this at the outlet. I'm not sure if the button came off yesterday when we were washing everything, or if it was missing the button from the start, but we will see how these do. And again, there wasn't enough data for Poshmark to come up with a suggested price for them. Stay tuned, we got some good stuff coming. I'm just going through the lower priced items now. Next up, we have 16 items, and I'm hoping to sell each item for between $18 and $22. First is a belt from Coach. Whoop. So this is the Coach belt. I was really excited when I found this, and then I looked up comps and I'm like, oh, it's not that exciting of a find. Like the comparable sold listings were not that great, and Poshmark, the mid-range of Poshmark's suggested price tool was $19. So definitely still worth picking up. This only cost me 40 cents because of the weight, but not as crazy good of a find as I thought it was when I found it. I'm trying to see if there's any other belts in this category. Yes, so the other one is this belt. This is a belt from the brand Wrangler. It's in extremely good condition, and Poshmark's suggested price is $18 for the Wrangler belt. These are American Eagle jeans. They're super distressed and they are in the Tom Girl style. So Kathy from Ginger Marvin, like I mentioned, she did meet up with us, and she was actually going to put these back, and so I took them from her and said I would list them. When I was looking up listings for my top 10 women's jeans brands, I noticed that really distressed jeans from American Eagle seem to be selling really well. And I actually listed a super distressed pair the other day for $25, and they sold within a day for the full $25. So Poshmark's mid-range for this style of jeans in American Eagle is $19. Next are these Lucky brand boots. Poshmark's mid-range is again $19. These are brand new. They still had the stuffing in them, definitely never been worn, and they are size 9.5. So I'm hoping to get about $20 for these. It's always nice when I see that Poshmark suggested tool lines up right with what I'm expecting, because I was expecting about $20, maybe a little bit more since they are brand new, so maybe $25 for them. Next is a Lululemon tank top. I have become kind of uncertain about Lululemon tank tops because I had a couple that really sat for quite a long time and then sold for like $9 or something like that. But this I think is a really cute style. It's a pretty color. And so I picked it up, especially again at the Goodwill Outlet. This cost 37 cents. And the mid-range of Poshmark's suggested price is $19 for Lululemon tank tops. So this Athleta sweatshirt has actually been really popular. The last day I posted some things that I was finding onto my Instagram story, and I already have 2 people who've reached out asking what size this is and that they're potentially interested in it. So it is a size small, tall. And again, it's from the brand Athleta, and the mid-range on Poshmark's suggested price was $19.50. So I am going to, after I record this video, reach out to those 2 people, tell them the price, and maybe send them a couple more pictures of the item and see if I can get this sold really quickly. Athleta is a brand that I'm definitely picky with. I don't pick up everything I see, but I will look up the specific item, look at the condition of the item. In this case, I thought it was a cute style. It's in really nice condition, and I think I was right in that since I've already had 2 people who were interested, and I don't expect to sell it for a ton of money, but if I can get $20 for it, then I will definitely be happy with that. Next is this cute little fossil wallet. My mom found this. It is in extremely good condition, no signs of wear at all. So this was a great pickup from my mom. It was only 40 cents because it's so tiny and lightweight. And the mid-range of Poshmark's sales price is $20 for fossil wallets. So it's probably been since the last time I went to Denver since I found the brand Prana, P-R-A-N-A. And I think it was last time I was there, I found a men's top and it sold super quickly for around $20. And that's exactly what I'm hoping will happen with this shirt. So it is a long sleeve, lightweight, slim fit, size medium men's top from Prana. Poshmark's mid-range is exactly $20. And that is what I thought when I picked this up, was I was hoping I can get $20 for it. Look at all of these jeans, and I've only shown 1 pair so far. So just know we've got some good jeans coming up. The next item is a pair of jeans. It is these. So they are 7 for All Mankind, and the style is the skinny, and they are a size 27. So 7 for All Mankind is one of those brands where I get excited every time I find it, even though I know they don't sell for as much as they used to, and certain styles you have to sit on. So I actually really debated if I wanted to buy these, because I do think I'm probably going to sit on them for a little bit before they actually sell. So based on weight, I paid $1.50 for these, and Poshmark's mid-range suggested price for this specific style, the skinny from 7 for All Mankind, is $20. So that's exactly what I'm hoping I can get for these jeans. If you do see something that you're interested in, just message me on Instagram. My account is Amber Resells, or you can email me or comment down below, and I will prioritize listing the items that people are possibly interested in. So this is a pretty unique item, something I don't or have never picked up before. So it's a pair of Adidas pants, and they have a Liverpool patch on them. So I definitely thought of my husband when I found these. He's a huge soccer fan. If these were Arsenal, he would definitely be keeping these. So I'm not really sure if these will sell quickly, but hoping to get around $20, which again was the price that Poshmark suggested for similar pants to these. Next is another pair of like new condition Lucky brand booties. Just like the other pair, I'm hoping to sell them for $20. So here's the first pair I showed, and then here is the other pair that I found. And again, hoping to get $20 a pair, maybe a little bit more because they're both in extremely good condition. The gray pair are 9.5s and the brown pair are size 9. This next item is the first item I've ever found from this brand. So the brand is Sundance. And it's always been on my list of brands to look for, but again, I've never found it. And this trip to Denver, I did find this brand 3 times, but the other 2 tops that I found both had flaws enough that I didn't pick them up. One was this super pretty white long sleeve top that had like lace details on it, but it had a bunch of stains. So definitely left that behind. This top is a size small, and the mid-range of Poshmark suggested price is $20. All right, we're moving out of the $20 range. Now we have 4 items where Poshmark suggested price is $21. So first up are these sandals from the brand FitFlop. I've never picked these up before. My mom actually put these in the cart as something for me to look at, and the comps looked good, and these are really lightweight, which did factor into my decision. They cost me $1.10, and again, hoping to sell these for about $21. So the average sale price for all the items I'm going to show you guys is $32, so we haven't even gotten to the $32 mark yet. So definitely stay tuned for some higher price sales, or sales I'm hoping to get a higher price on. Next is a jacket from Mountain Hardwear. So here is the jacket. It is a size medium in very good condition, no obvious flaws. And again, hoping to get about $21 for this. Next is a gray pullover hoodie from the brand Victoria's Secret Pink. So this is another example of a brand I've been wanting to try out, and the perfect time to try it out is when I find it at the outlet. So Poshmark's mid-range for the suggested price is also $21 for this item. And it is a size small. So this next brand is a brand I don't really hear people talk about. It is the brand Democracy, and these are a size 8. So the first time I ever sold this brand was when I got a pair of jeans in a thread-up DIY denim box. I listed them, I think, for $15, and they sold within a day or two for $15. Then I had another pair of jeans. It might have been again in a thread-up DIY denim box, and those sold again very quickly in a day or two for $18. So I'll take a $15 or $18 sale if it happens like within a day or two. So I did pick up these jeans. Again, they're from the brand Democracy, and they have the elastic waistband and say Ab Technology. And the mid-range of Poshmark suggested price is actually $22 when I looked for Democracy Ab Technology jeans. So next are these Levi's jean shorts. They are a size 31, and I just think they're super cute. So I actually have a story with these. So they were rolling out new bins, and there was this Lululemon big bag like from the store, and it was full of somebody's donated clothing. And I saw this, but there was someone next to me, and he was right in front of it, and I was next to him, and I was thinking, at least we'll both get some of it. Like, he'll grab some in there, I'll grab some of it. And they said, so when everyone gets around the bins, they kind of like, they tell you when you can go and when you can start looking. And as soon as they said go, this guy just grabs the whole bag and takes it out and puts it in his basket. So I didn't even get a look and see what there was, but this was laying right next to that big bag, and I did grab these. So they, like I said, they're Levi's denim shorts in a size 31. And the mid-range on Poshmark is $24. Next, we have 2 more items that have a mid-range on Poshmark of $24. The first is this green Free People dress. Well, it's really more of a teal. So it's like a teal floral skater dress with bell sleeves. This does have the size tag missing. My guess is it's probably about a size large. And again, $24 was the mid-range on Poshmark. Next are these Lululemon shorts. So my mom found these. The mid-range on Poshmark is again $24. These are a size 4. They're so small though. Like, I usually wear like a 6 or an 8, and these are not even close to fitting me. Like, to me, these look like a children's size small, but they're actually adult size 4. This brand was definitely on my list of brands I was looking for in Denver, and it is Patagonia. So I found 2 Patagonia items. The other one I will show you guys later. But this orange plaid flannel, it is men's and it is a size large. The mid-range on Poshmark was $25. This does have, I think, a couple little spots on it. Maybe they came out in the wash though, because I don't see them right now. But I'll definitely look it over before I list it and note if there are any flaws. But it is a thick, nice flannel from Patagonia. And again, the mid-range was $25 on Poshmark's suggested price tool. Okay, so here we have 4 scrub tops. They are all, oops, I knocked something. So 4 scrub tops, they're all a size medium. 3 of them are blue and 1 of them is black. And so when we went to the outlets the 2nd or 3rd day, before we went, I told my mom, like, here are 5 brands to look for. And we looked up the name of the brand, the tag, and so she found these, and she was like, she got super excited. She's like, I had to resist yelling for you because I found the brand you talked about. So she found the 2 tops, and when I came over, I found a 3rd one in the same bin. So probably the same person had donated them. So Figs isn't like a super high seller, but I've heard a lot of people say that it sells quickly and consistently for between $20 and $30. The mid-range on Poshmark for Figs scrub tops is $26. So my sister, who is in school to become a dental hygienist and is currently a dental assistant, did want a couple of these. So I'll be giving at least 2 of these to her, and then I will be listing the others. Okay, this one is an interesting one. So these are a pair of Sperry's men's boots. I bet you guys did not guess that these were Sperry's. I was definitely surprised when I saw the brand. And Poshmark's mid-range for, these are called the Watertown boots. So I put in Sperry Watertown boots, and their suggested price is $27. But in the listings that they were using to come up with that price, there was actually only one that was the same style, and that one had sold for $110. And I found 4 listings on eBay of this style, and they had sold for $130, $120, and $57. The $130 and $120 were brand new with free shipping, and the $57 was pre-owned. So I do think I can get more than the $26 that Poshmark's tool said. So this is the one where I'd say I feel like their tool was pretty far off. And although these aren't brand new, they are in very, very nice condition. And this was also probably one of the items I spent the most money on because they're very heavy boots. They cost me $4.75. The boots are a size 11.5. The next item is this Columbia jacket. This was another find from my mom. It is a men's size large, and it is the Omni Heat style. Has this reflective interior, and Poshmark's mid-range was $27 for this jacket. Next are a pair of black slip-on shoes from the brand Ecco, E-C-C-O. Here they are. And this is another brand I've been wanting to try out more. I had 1 pair of shoes listed by them, and they took quite a long time to sell, but I think maybe I had my expectations set too high, because I think I had them listed quite a bit higher and then had to keep dropping the price until they finally sold. But I did pick up another pair to give them a try, and Poshmark's mid-range is $27 for Ecco slip-on loafers. This next item are a pair of pants from the brand Adriana Goldschmied. They are the style the legging ankle, and they are like a black faux leather. So this is another brand like 7 for All Mankind, where it's a very expensive brand, but you have to be particular with what you pick up because it doesn't all resell well. Poshmark's expected sale price is $28 for similar pants, and this is a size 25. This next item is another one that my mom picked up. It is the brand Carbon to Cobalt. It is a size medium, and it is a long sleeve gray top. It's very soft. And Poshmark's mid-range is $29 for similar items. Okay, so the last day that I was in Denver, I was posting things on my story that I was thinking about buying and asking people if they would buy it or leave it. And this next item was by far the #1 item that people said they would leave. So I think it was only 66% said buy, and 33% said leave, whereas everything else was at least 50 said you should buy it. So that item is these jeans. So these are men's jeans from the brand Joe's Jeans, and they are a size 33. So here is the brand again. And I know a lot of people have not had good luck, obviously by the vote, the buy it, leave it vote, you can see that. So in total, I've listed 4 pairs of men's Joe's Jeans. 1 sold for $48, 1 sold for $50, and 1 sold for $40, and then there's 1 that's still listed. So for me, that is a great track record for a brand, and I definitely was going to pick these up and try them out. I will say, when I looked up the comparable sold listings, if I just put in men's Joe's Jeans, the mid-range for sale price was $20, but if I put in the Brixton style specifically, which is 2 of the styles I've sold before, then the mid-range was $30. Although these jeans look just like one of the other pairs I sold, I don't actually see the style in them. So there are a bunch of numbers, so I'm gonna have to research this more when I go to list these, but I'm not exactly sure what style these jeans are, but I'm hoping I can get in that $40 to $50 range that I've gotten in the past for men's Joe's Jeans. All right, had to go get this off of the other table because you couldn't dry it. It had to be laid flat to dry. So it is this purple fleece jacket from the brand Cool, and it is a size large. So this is a brand I'm always looking for in Denver because I feel like they have a plethora of it in Denver. And this was one of the brands I told my mom to look for. And she actually did find a pair of men's pants from this brand, but unfortunately they had some like slashes in the pants. So I did leave those behind, but I picked up this jacket. It does need to be sweater shaved, but the mid-range for the sales price is $30 for similar jackets on Poshmark. Okay, so we have 30 items left, and they all have an expected sale price of $30 or more. So the first item I'm hoping I can sell for $30, and it is this pair of jeans from the brand Silver. So Silver I'm very selective with, but this pair of jeans had very good comparable sold listings. It is a size 24. Here is the tag. So they are a size 24, and they are in the style the Suki bootcut jean. And they don't have any significant hem wear. They don't have any significant crotch wear. So these are definitely a pair of Silver jeans that I was willing to give a try. So we have actually a bunch of jeans in this $30 to $35 range. So this is the first pair. The second is a pair of men's jeans. So here are the jeans. They're from the brand Buckle, and then the light black line. And they are, I'm trying to find this size. They're a size 34 by 34. So here are the jeans. Very, again, no hem wear. They have pockets that are like a very desirable style of pockets. So the mid-range from Poshmark was $31, and I'm actually thinking I can probably get a little bit more than that. So I'm hoping I can get like 35 to 40 for these jeans. Next, we have 4 pairs of Miss Me jeans. So first is this pair. This is probably the best pair of the 4. They're a size 28, and they are a straight leg jean. They have this really nice design on the pockets that I think will help them sell well. They have just a little bit of hem wear, not much at all. And again, they're size 28. Poshmark's mid-range for similar Miss Me jeans is $31. $30 to $33 was kind of the mid-range for these 4 different Miss Me jeans. And then I have the other 3 all together on this rack. So these 3 are all a size 29. Likely donated by the same person. I've never seen pockets like this. I think this pocket may be less desirable is my expectation. But yeah, I had 3 pairs, all size 29, and maybe I can sell these to the same person, give them a little bit of discount, and move all 3 of them together. Oh, and I actually think Poshmark's estimate of $31 to $33 might be a little high for the last 3 that are a little bit older styles and a little bit more worn. So the next pair of jeans are also sold at Buckle, and they are from the brand BKE. So here are the next pair. I have sold as I've said before in another video, like 4 pairs of men's BKE jeans. They all sold really quickly for me in the $30 to $35 range. So these are the Tyler style, and they are a size 31. Unfortunately, these are an older style. You can tell by the pockets. I'll put a picture here of the newer style and the Tyler jean and what the pockets look like. And so I think that this comp might be actually a little high. So the mid-range was $32. And I'm guessing maybe I'll have to take maybe like 25 because, again, they are the older style. But they're in really nice condition, and maybe I'll be surprised and there'll be people out there that actually like this style, specifically the older Tyler style, and I'll be able to get that $32 that Poshmark suggested. Next, we have a few pairs of shoes. So first are these shoes. I've never found this brand before. I don't know how to say it. It's like Olukai. And in one bin, I found 3 of these shoes. They're all in really nice condition. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the 4th, the match to the other pair, but I did find both of these. Again, they're in extremely good condition. These are a size 9.5, and Poshmark's mid-range is $34 for similar shoes. And since these are in such good condition, I'm hoping maybe I can get a little bit more than that and maybe get on the high side, like $40 to $45 for these. Next is a pair of slip-on shoes from the brand Fry. These are probably the dirtiest pair of shoes I bought. They'll definitely take some elbow grease to get these cleaned up. Again, they're from the brand Fry. They are a very small size. They are 5.5. So we'll see how they do. Poshmark's suggested price was $35 for similar shoes. Another pair of shoes next. These pair of shoes from the brand Allen Edmonds. These are the style called the Maxfield. They're definitely an older style, but the shoes are in nice condition. The soles are fully attached to the main part of the shoe. There aren't any big, scuffs or anything on the shoes. For this specific style, the mid-range of Poshmark's suggested price is $36. So the next item is from an Anthropologie brand. I probably found 5 to 8 items from Anthropologie brands while I was in Denver, but I've become much more selective with what I pick up from my past experience with Anthropologie brands. If it's just a tank top or a really lightweight plain t-shirt, I don't pick it up. But in this case, this is a dress from the brand Tiny. Again, this is a brand that either is or used to be sold at Anthropologie, and it is a size medium. And I just thought it was a really pretty dress. It's very lightweight, so it only cost me 80 cents. And the mid-range on Poshmark for mini dresses from the brand Tiny was $37. I don't know if I'll get that much, but I'm definitely gonna try and see what happens. Next, this was definitely something I was hoping to find when I was in Denver. So it is a pair of Birkenstocks. These are in super nice condition. There is a little bit of yellowing on the inside here, which I think is actually just glue. So yeah, these Birkenstock sandals in really nice condition. They're a size 39, and the mid-range on Poshmark for similar shoes was $38. Next, all right, we're gonna switch from shoes. We have a couple non-shoe items next. So we have these 2 pair of pants. They're the exact same brand, exact same size. They're the brand Scotty Vest. I have never heard of it. I thought these were maternity pants, but when I looked them up, I found that they're actually called the Traveler pants from this brand, and they say that they're styled like maternity pants. So there's the brand. You see that they're a size small, and they have this maternity-esque waistband, and they're really lightweight. I'm sure these would be extremely comfortable. They have tons of pockets on them. I actually did notice yesterday that one of these 2 pairs of pants has a stain on it. So we'll see how many flaws I find when I go to list stuff. Hopefully I won't find too many more. But yeah, one of these pants does have a little stain on it. But assuming that they were unstained, the mid-range on Poshmark for a suggested price was $40. And then actually lined up exactly with what I'd seen when I picked these up. I saw like 2 or 3 sold for the same pants, and they had sold for right around the $40 mark. So again, Poshmark's suggested price was right in line with what I was expecting. So this next item is from another Anthropologie brand. It is from the brand Pilcrow and the Letterpress, and it is a size medium jean jacket. And this is definitely a very cute jean jacket. The mid-range on Poshmark for their suggested price was $40. Next on our list, we have 3 more pairs of shoes. So the first day that we went, there were so many people going after shoes. It was really difficult to get any good shoes. Then the second day we went, that was the day I got almost all of these shoes because they were rolling out a lot of new shoes and there weren't as many people going after them. And then the last day, I was really trying to go after shoes, but they weren't rolling out any shoes. So all that to say, almost all the shoes I got were on one day alone. So next are a pair of Doc Martens. So here they are. Doc Martens are super trendy and popular right now. These are a size 8, and Poshmark's mid-range was $40, which lines up again. I've sold 3 pairs of Doc Martens shoes in the past, and they sold for $40, $45, and $45. So Poshmark's mid-range of $40 was right in line with what I was expecting. So I got these pair of brown ankle booties from the brand Fry. They are a size, they're a size 10. And so I have a story with these as well. So I was looking through a bin of shoes and I grabbed one of these and I was like, where's the other one? Looking for it. And I found a Tory Burch boot, like a really nice leather ankle booty from Tory Burch. And again, I was like, where's the other one? Where's the other one? And then the person next to me, I saw it in her arm. She had the shoe and I was like, oh, she has the Fry boot. So I told her I had the other one and asked her if she wanted to flip a coin, because usually that's what people do when you have the same shoe as somebody else. You flip a coin and then whoever wins gets the shoes. But she's like, oh, I've had really bad luck in the past with coin flips. I would prefer that I just take the shoes and then I pay you half the profit that I make. And I'm like, I don't really want to have to keep in contact with somebody over one pair of shoes. Like, I'd rather just do a coin flip and it be done. And so she was like, okay. I mean, I didn't say that exactly, but I was just like, okay, well, I'd rather just do a coin flip. Like, I don't live here and I'd rather just either leave with them or not leave with them. And she's like, okay, I'm over there, so if you just want to grab a coin, you can come over to where I'm at. So I went, got a coin, went to where she was at, and then she was like, you can just have them. I'm like, I don't want to just have them. Like, we should at least flip a coin, and then, you know, it's up to luck to choose. And then she just kept insisting. I'm like, okay, well, when I leave today, at the least I can give you what I'm leaving behind. Like, I have this Tory Burch boot. The other one's probably in here somewhere. You just have to find who has the other one. And then I had like a couple other pairs of boots that I was leaving because they were just too heavy and too big to fit in my suitcases. And so before I left, I went over and handed her like 2 or 3 bags of stuff. And then, so that made me feel better about her just giving me the boots. But Poshmark's mid-range on these boots is $41. So my camera is about to die, so I'm gonna break here, charge my camera, and then I'll come back to show you guys all of the items I think I can sell for $40 or more that my mom and I picked up in Denver. I'm back, my camera battery is charged, and while I was gone, I actually made a sale. So I sold the Free People dress that was on the end. So as I mentioned, the last day that we were there, I was posting my finds on Instagram, and one of them was the Free People dress. And someone had messaged me saying that she might be interested in it depending on the size. So while I was on the break, I messaged her and said the size is missing, but I think it's probably a large. And then I sent her measurements as well as a video of the dress. And I told her I was hoping to get $25 plus shipping. And she said that she would take it. So she paid me $30, and then the shipping actually cost me about $6 because it's going to California. And I paid $1.22 for the dress, so I made about a $23 profit on that dress. So exciting start. I didn't even have to list it, and thank you, Grace. I hope you love the dress. She is graduating from college this weekend and she's hoping to wear it for graduation. So congratulations, and I hope the dress makes it in time. The mailman hasn't come today, so it's in the mailbox and ready to be picked up. All right, let's get back to the items. We have 13 things left that I'm hoping will each sell for $40 or more. So first up are a pair of ankle boots, another pair of ankle boots. So here they are. They are from the brand Tevas, and they're in super, super nice condition. That's like one of my things, like if I find something in really good condition from a decent brand at the outlet, like it is sold. And so this was an extremely easy decision because these look like they have never been worn. Again, they're from the brand Tiva, and Poshmark's suggested price is $43. And again, I'm hoping to get a little bit more because these are in such nice condition. And they are a size 9.5. Next is, ooh, this one was my, like I found this the first hour that we were in Denver. So it is Patagonia. So I've been wanting to find a Patagonia pullover sweater for so long. And like I said, the first hour we got to Denver, I found this in one of the bins. And it's in such good condition. Like not a single flaw, not a tiny issue on the whole thing. And it is a size small. So Poshmark's the mid-range of Poshmark's suggested price is $44. And because it's in such good condition, I'm hoping I can get like 50 to 60, but even at $44, I'd be happy with that. I only paid $1.22 for this. So yeah, I was like, we got to Denver, we were looking through the bins, and I'm like, oh, this is why I came here. Like 1 hour in, I already got like a like new Patagonia. All right, next is this sleeveless cardigan, and it is from the brand Vince. There we go, and it is a size medium. For this one, the middle of Poshmark's range is $47 for Vince sleeveless cardigans. And this is made from, it is 70% wool, 30% cashmere. Next was a 44-cent purchase. And that was the third belt that I have not yet talked about. So it is this belt, and it is from the brand Tecovas. I don't know how to say it. So it says genuine bovine leather, and there was an entire bin that rolled out. So like 8 feet by 4 feet full of belts. So I had looked through there. I think I pulled out probably like 20 belts to look into. And the 3 that I bought were the Wrangler, because it was in like new condition, the Coach belt, because I think people will be looking for that brand even if it doesn't sell for a ton. And then this belt shocked me. I had never heard of this brand, and the comps looked really good. And Poshmark's comp tool said the same thing as the comps I had looked up when I purchased this. So their mid-range for belts from this brand, specifically I typed in bovine leather, was $48. So I'm really glad too that it's in pretty nice condition. There's a little bit of flaws with it. It's not absolutely perfect, but it's definitely not too bad either. So that's one I'll be looking for, and I had no idea was a good brand to resell. Next, this is like my current favorite brand, and if you watched my jean videos, you know why. Can tell what they are. So they are Rock Revivals. So the style is a net boot, and they are a size 29. And here they are. So I have found Rock Revivals before at the Denver Goodwill Outlet, but they're always like absolutely destroyed, like covered in oil, torn up. And these, I was expecting, like I saw them and I was like, pulled them out of the bins, and it was like right when new stuff had come out. So I didn't have time to look at them. And so I kept looking for other stuff. And in my head, I'm like, don't get excited until you look at them. Don't get excited. Like they might be, like there might be a huge hole in the crotch or like a big oil stain on them. Like don't get excited. But I was getting excited. And then when I looked them over, like they're so nice. There's no issues with them at all. Like the hems are in good condition. The pockets are in good condition. I can't find any problems with them. So I actually sold 2 pairs of Rock Revival jeans last week or the week before for $50 and $60. And I'm hoping I can get that much for these. Poshmark's mid-range of their suggested price for this style of Rock Revivals is $49. So this was definitely an exciting find for me because I immediately knew I could probably get about $50 for these. And I paid, oops, I just knocked something off. I paid $2.22 for those. Next is a pair of UGG boots. So here they are. These were one of the 2 pairs of shoes I got the first day. And yeah, I only got 2 pairs the first day, but here they are. Again, they're in really nice condition. And they are a size 10. And Poshmark's mid-range or their suggested price is $52. Next is a pair of Danskos. So here they are. This style is called Laura Lee. This isn't really like the typical Dansko style that you see. Usually they're the nursing clogs. But here they are. Again, they're in really, really nice condition. I was pretty shocked when I saw the comparable sold listings for this style of Danskos. Poshmark's suggested price for the Laura Lee Black Mary Jane Danskos is $53. And when I looked up comps, they were right around that range. I actually have these listed on Poshmark and Facebook Marketplace for $50. They haven't sold yet, but I have had a few people like the item. So I'm hoping I can sell these around 50 or maybe a little bit less than 50. All right, next we have another pair of shoes. These are probably, like, the Fry are my dirtiest shoes in this haul, and these are probably the second dirtiest. So they are a pair of work boots from the brand Vask, which is not a brand I'd heard of, but I saw it a couple times throughout my trip, but unfortunately every other time I saw it, someone else grabbed them. Like, I saw them as they were leaving the bin. So this is the one pair that I got though. I think they're a vintage pair of work boots from the brand Vask, V-A-S-Q-E. So the comparable sold listings on these looked really good. Poshmark's mid-range was $59. So again, Poshmark's suggested price tool is really lining up with the comps that I had seen when I was deciding what to keep. And when I was looking at comps, I was looking on both Poshmark and eBay, but again, the Poshmark tool are the numbers that I'm talking about for this video. All right, next up is a brand that has been on my bucket list, like brands I want to find someday, and I finally found it. And it cost me 28 cents. So that item is right here. So I have no idea how to say this. I think it's French. So there is the brand. When I looked up this brand and looked for sold listings, the second sold listing was this exact top, and someone had sold it for $85. So this is a silk blouse. It is a size extra small, and Poshmark's midpoint of the suggested price is $63 for, however you say this, black silk blouses. $63. I hope I can get that much. That would be fantastic. I did have a couple people message me. I found this the last day, so I had posted about it on Instagram, and I did have a couple people message me saying they haven't had good luck with this brand. But again, I saw a sold for this exact shirt for $85. And then when I had looked up black silk blouse from this brand, the mid-range was $64. So I do think I'll be able to get a decently high amount for this top. Next is another thing my mom found. So it is, oops, I just knocked all the belts off. It is this coat from the North Face. So it's in extremely good condition. Not a single flaw or issue on the entire coat. It is a men's size medium, and the mid-range on Poshmark for similar coats is $64. So we'll see if I can get that. I'm probably gonna have to wait until, you know, more towards the fall or winter. But yeah, this was a really exciting find. Again, my mom found it, and it's just in such good condition. I did see a women's North Face coat at Goodwill a few months ago, and I actually left it behind because they were asking like $15, and similar coats were selling for like $25 on Poshmark. But I think because this one is like gray, which is a more common desirable color than like bright pink, which is the coat I found, and it has like multiple layers in it, and like I said, it's in extremely good condition, I do think I'll get closer to that $60 mark for this. And it is a bit heavier item than the rest. It cost, it only cost $2.72. Okay, so it's just under 2 pounds. The next item is one of the heaviest items. It cost It was 3 pounds and 3 ounces. This was another one my mom found. Wow. You know what I just realized? Of the top 4 items, 3 of them were ones my mom found. So the next item, I actually asked her what her favorite find was, and she said this. So I'm gonna cut to her talking about this next find. So to talk about when you found these.
We were digging in the bins, and a gal was next to me and just digging and digging, and another guy come up and grabbed a whole bunch, and they were gone. And I just saw these shoes in the bags,
yeah,
right in front of me, and I'm like going, oh, those gotta be special. So I just grabbed them quick, threw them in my basket.
Mom and then 2 people who were like like just grabbed everything. And Mom just walks up and she's like, grabs these 2 out, puts them in, and then she's like, Amber, are these good? I'm like, yes. So they are Allen Edmonds. They're in really nice condition. In the past, I've sold 2 pairs of Allen Edmonds for $100 together, and I'm hoping I can get, you know, at like that $40 to $70 mark for these, if not a little bit more. We did look up they still have the shoe trees in them. We did look up the retail. It was like around $400 retail price for these shoes. And like I said, they still have the dust bags and the shoe trees, and they're in really excellent condition. So that was an awesome find. And especially because there was a lot of chaos.
Yeah, and I wasn't real sure what they were, and I just figured, well, yeah, bags, they gotta be good.
Yeah, like who has bags for their shoes unless they're expensive? Yeah. So like I said, I'm hoping I can get a decent amount for them. And Poshmark's mid-range for this specific style is $90. So that would be fantastic if I can get somewhere around that $100 mark for them. All right, we have 2 items left. So this next one was something I found, but I actually had never heard of this brand before. I just picked them up because I thought they were really cute. So here are the jeans. They are a raw hem, and they are from the brand Air, I'm assuming is how you pronounce it. AYR. I have never heard of this brand, but I looked up comps and the comps looked so good. I was shocked because I was like, how come I have never heard of this? And the comps looked really good. So it is a size 27. Again, raw hem, no flaws at all. And Poshmark's mid-range for their suggested price for Air raw hem jeans is $96. And like I said, when I looked up comparable sold listings, they were super good, like shockingly good. So yeah, I'll definitely be looking for this brand, although I don't think I've ever found it before, so who knows if I'll ever find it again. And the last item was another shock to me and definitely a curveball, and it's something my mom found. She didn't even know what it was. She just was like, she's like, yeah, I couldn't read it. I just threw it in there because I figured you'd look at it and decide if it was worth anything. So that item is this shirt. Doesn't look like it'd be worth that much, right? Well, it says on the sleeve, Taylor Swift Temptation. It has a snake, and I guess the sleeve doesn't say anything. In the back, it's just hooded. So a hooded black sweatshirt. It is a size small. And when I looked up comps, I was like, what? I think the first 2 I saw of this same shirt, one sold for $75 and one sold for over $100. The past things from her concert seem to be selling really well. It kind of makes sense if there's collectors out there who want to collect stuff from every concert. And then when I went to Poshmark and I put in Taylor Swift as the brand, and I put something like black pullover, hooded shirt, something like that, the mid-range of Poshmark's suggested price was $104. So again, the Poshmark suggested price tool lined up with what I saw, which was that this was really valuable and worth quite a bit of money. So we will see if it actually sells for that much. I'll probably start high and drop the price. But yeah, my mom had no idea that this was worth a lot of money. I didn't when I picked it up. I only knew when I looked up comps. But yeah, my mom also found this. So thanks, Mom. So here's my plan to update you guys on what sells from this haul. I want to do kind of 2 videos in one. So one is like what's selling from the Denver haul, and the other is which platform am I having the best sales on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to list 3 items a day for the next 24 days because I have 72 items. So 3 items a day onto eBay, Facebook, and Poshmark. And then when I do an update video, which I'm thinking maybe I can do 1 in 2 weeks and then 1 in 4 weeks, I can tell you guys how many items sold on each of the platforms to see which one I'm getting the most sales on when I'm listing them on all the platforms. And then also you can see what sold fast from the 72 items I picked up in Denver. And then I'll also tell you guys like what my total profit is from the trip to date whenever I do the update videos. So I think that is a good transition into the last topic, which is it worth it? Is it worth it to fly out to another city to thrift if you know they have a lot better stuff? So the first thing I would say is that for me, this trip wasn't 100% about making money. It was also about taking a vacation, going somewhere, and spending quality time with my mom, doing something we both love, which is finding a deal. So I guess my point is that my number one priority was not profit. And if it was, I would have made some different decisions. But I'll talk about that more in detail as I go through the numbers. So here's a quick sneak peek of the full chart I put together, and I'll walk through it step by step to talk through my answers to the question, is it worth it? So first up, we have 3 columns in the chart. We have the first column is assuming everything I have sells at $15. And again, based on those numbers I said, the average sales price should be about $32. So I think my final numbers will land somewhere between the $25 column and the $35 column. But I wanted to show also a $15 column of like worst case if things sell for a very low amount. Okay, so first row, we have 72 items times the sales price gets you the total sales amount. Second row, we're assuming 20% fees. The third row is the cost of the item. So I paid $111 for everything that I bought. Crazy, crazy price. Okay, so then we have the total profit. So this is sales minus fees minus cost of goods sold. And then in order to get to an hourly rate, we need to figure out how many hours of work is going into these. So I put 37 hours here. How I got to that was saying, okay, we spent 13 hours sourcing, so that's 13 hours of work that went into it. And then if I can get everything else done, 3 items per hour. So that means cleaning, inventorying, photographing, listing, and shipping. And that means 20 minutes on each item for those 5 things, which would be 3 items per hour. That comes out a total of 37 hours of work. So if I lived in Denver and I didn't have extra fees on top, like flights and baggage and rental car and all of that, and each item sold for $15, I would make approximately $20 per hour. If it sold, every item sold for $35, I'd make approximately $51 per hour. Then the next section is if I were to say this trip was mainly a vacation and I just thrifted in my free time or, you know, on the side, what are the other expenses that are only due to the fact that I'm thrifting? So I did upgrade our vehicle from a really small car to a little bit bigger vehicle so that we could fit all of the bags of stuff we were buying. So the upgraded vehicle cost $30 and it was definitely worth it because on the ride to the airport we had to actually use the back seat and the trunk to fit everything. And then I also paid for 2 extra check bags, which cost $70. So I had about $100 extra expense solely due to the fact that we went thrifting. So if you add in that $100, then the hourly profit goes down to $18, $33, or $49 in those 3 scenarios. So then this final chart shows every single expense I had on the trip. This does not assume that anybody else is paying for anything. This is just if I were to go out there, stay at the same hotel, buy the same rental car, and just like take every expense out of my profit, what is my final number? So the original flight we booked round trip per person was $150. Because we had to change our flight twice, I actually had to pay a $74 fee. And 3 nights at the hotel cost $357. The rental car cost $235. The 1 check bag that we had, that I haven't counted already, was $30. Gas, approximately $30. So in total, that's $876 of other costs. And if you factor that in, that means that if everything sells for $15, my hourly profit will be negative $6. If everything sells for $25 on average, my hourly profit will be $10. And if everything sells for $35, my average profit will be $25 per hour of work. So a few notes on that. If I was actually going on this trip with my number one priority being profit, a few things would be different here. So first of all, I would try to stay at somebody's house. So I do actually have family that lives like an hour from Denver. So I would stay with them rather than staying at a hotel. And then I would probably see if I could borrow their car, or I would get an Uber to the different places I'm going. Obviously an hour Uber would be expensive, but if you can stay with someone close to the city, if you can take an Uber, that will cut down on your cost quite a bit. Also, I probably would be double checking FedEx prices, because the FedEx prices and the baggage prices were pretty close, so I just did the baggage because I knew it was more convenient. But if my number one goal was profit, it would be trying to find somebody to stay with. I would be taking Ubers, and I would probably try to get people to go with me, because then if people go with, you can split the cost of the Uber or the rental car or the hotel, and you know, the cost spreads out more, so then your total profit is higher. But when you consider that it was a time bonding with my mom and doing something we both love, another thing I forgot is if profit was my number one priority, I would also be going to the outlet at open and stay there for like 10 hours a day. So I'd have been there like 30 hours instead of 13 hours. I would have maximized my time at the Goodwill Outlets in the 3 days I was there. So even if you consider all of the expenses and take into account the whole cost of the hotel, the whole cost of the rental car, if the items sell on average for between $25 and $35 an item, which based on the comps they should, then I made somewhere between $10 and $25 an hour, plus the profit will pay for the entire expenses of the trip. And we did other things too while we were out there, like we went to botanical gardens, we went out for dinner, we met up with people, like I said, we met up with Kathy from Ginger Marvin, I'll put her YouTube channel here. We met up with Greg from Rocky Mountain Resell, and we met up with Sarah from Sarah Styles, and we also met up with Chelsea, she doesn't have a YouTube channel, but she's a reseller friend of mine. So we got networking, mom and daughter time, got to have a ton of fun, and I should still make a profit overall that covers all the expenses plus some money left over. So I hope that was helpful for people trying to figure out, is it worth it to take a trip? And definitely when you're figuring this out, like factor in how much is your flight going to be? How are you going to get your items back? How long are you going to stay at the outlet? What's the worst case scenario? Say you can only find X many items. How much money are you out? And so that you know in your mind, how much is it going to cost me and what are the risks before you decide if you want to. And again, for me, it's so much fun. And obviously in the end, I should profit and had a fun weekend with my mom. So that is it. This is probably an extremely long video. So if you made it this far, thank you guys so much for watching this whole video. Comment about which item you thought was the best. Like, which would you have been most excited about to find? So comment down below, let me know you made it this far and which item you'd be most excited about. Give the video a thumbs up if you found this interesting. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Definitely go and check if you made it this far. Hopefully you're subscribed. I just noticed the other day I was watching somebody, I'm like, I've watched this person for like a year and somehow I wasn't subscribed. So just go check. All right, thank you guys for watching and stay tuned because as always, I'll have a new video out soon.